New day, new blessings. Have you ever felt completely satisfied with your life until you opened your phone? You were having a great morning, but then you saw someone else's vacation, someone else's promotion, or someone else's perfect family dinner. Suddenly, your coffee doesn't taste as good. Your home feels too small, your progress feels too slow. In a split second, you went from I am blessed to I am behind. Welcome back to New Day, New Blessings. I am Coach Bulak, and today we are tackling the silent thief of joy, the comparison trap. We're diving into why we compare ourselves to others, how it poisons our inner being, and how to finally stop looking at everyone else's paper so you can finish writing your own story. So grab your journal and let's get started. The first thing we have to admit is that we are comparing our behind the scenes footage to everyone else's highlight reel. When you scroll through social media, you are seeing the result of 50 takes, like what I'm doing, perfect lighting, and perfect filter. You aren't seeing the argument they had before the photo. You aren't seeing the debt behind the luxury car. You aren't seeing the loneliness and sacrifices that can hide behind a high status job. Psychologically, comparison is a game you are rigged to lose. You are comparing your internal reality with all its messiness and doubt to someone else's external presentation. It's like comparing the rough draft of your novel to someone else's finished, polished, and published book. When you obsessed over someone else's path, you lose sight of the unique beauty of your own. Your inner being becomes cluttered with noise that wasn't meant for you. You have to realize that better is a matter of perspective and perfect is an illusion. There is no such thing perfect in this world, to be honest. So, from a spiritual and wellness perspective, comparison is actually a form of self-rejection. Think about nature for a second. An oak tree doesn't look at a rose bush and feel inadequate because it doesn't bloom. A rose doesn't look at an oak and feel small because it doesn't provide shade. They both exist in their own purpose, following their own timeline. When you compare yourself to others, you are essentially telling the creator that the way he designed you isn't good enough. You are dismissing the specific talents, the specific personality, and the specific life experiences that make you you. Self development isn't about becoming more like someone else. It's about becoming more like the truest version of yourself. Your inner being has its own rhythm and its own season. So, if you spend all your time looking at someone else's garden, your own flowers will wither from neglect. You have to tend to your own soil. We often compare things that don't actually matter for our long term happiness. We compare vanity metrics, followers, titles, salary, or the age at which someone achieved a certain milestone. But here's a hard truth. Someone will always have more. Someone will always be younger, richer, or seemingly ahead. If your sense of worth is tied to being better than others, your peace will always be at the mercy of someone else's success. True self development is about internal metrics. Are you kinder than you were last year? Is your inner being more at peace? Is your relationship with faith stronger? These are the things that actually build a blessed life. Focus from who is ahead of me to how I growing. The comparison trap loses its power over you. One of the biggest signs of the healthy inner being is the ability to celebrate someone else's win without feeling like you lost. Comparison creates a scarcity mindset. It makes you believe that there is only a limited amount of blessings or success in the world, and if someone else gets a piece, there is less for you. But that's a lie. The sun doesn't shine less on you just because it's shining on your neighbor. When you see someone else succeeding in an area you desire, try to view it as evidence that it is possible rather than proof that you failed. Shift your why not me into if they can, I can too. When you learn to genuinely clap for others, you remove the bitterness that blocks your own blessings from flowing in. So, how do we practically stop? I want to give you a 3-part exercise to try this week. Number 1, digital detox. If possible, disappear or sign off from your social media for a week, a month, or how long as you can. I did this quarterly for a week. Being out from social media is amazing. Or identify the one person on social media who triggers your comparison the most. Mute or unfollow them for 30 days. Protect your inner being from the triggers it isn't strong enough to handle yet. Second, gratitude audit. Every time you feel behind, stop and list 3 things you have now that you once prayed for. Remind yourself that you are currently living in a version of your past self's dream. Like, I am the luckiest and blessed person. I am grateful for all the blessing that God has blessed me every single day. I am the healthiest. I am at peace. I can sleep 8 hours a day. Bills had been paid, and even the pain and challenges that brings you lessons and awareness. Stay grateful. And last, number 3, run your own race. Look at your own goals. Ask yourself, am I better today than I was yesterday? That is the only comparison that actually healthy. Focus on you. Like what happened on my own journey. I have been unseen for the longest years because I stayed low-key to focus on my own self-development and being obsessed on my own growth, regardless what others show to the world about their successes or accomplishments. I am the most grateful and happiest of what I have and going to have. Contentment is the key. My friend, you are a masterpiece in progress. There is no one else in the history of the world who can offer what you offer. Stop looking sideways and start looking up. Your blessings are custom made for your own journey. Don't miss them because you were too busy looking at someone else's. I want to hear from you today. What is one thing about your journey that you are grateful for right now, regardless of what anyone else doing? Let's fill the comments with our own wins. If this video helped you breathe a little easier today, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to A New Day, New Blessings. Until next time, remember, every day is a new gift. Run your own race. God bless you, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye!